Hi, I'm Ashley Park with IdeateTV, and I am here with Chuck Nicklin.
And the book is not a macho book about diving. The book is about the real part of a life of a diving photographer, an underwater photographer. And I started off with the idea that I'd write a book that would be maybe a notebook for my granddaughter. And people kept saying, well, you have a lot of stories. So it turned out to be a book that will be released at DEMA in November. And this is just a mock-up cover. The cover might be a little different, but it'll be that picture. And I'm excited about it. And do you go to DEMA?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's where the real release will be. I'll have books there and be signing them and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Well, can you tell me a little bit about what DEMA is?
DEMA is the Diving Equipment Manufacturers Association, which is a show held this year it'll be in Orlando, Florida, and it's for the people in the business, not the customers, but the people that build the equipment, the people that sell it on large, the retailers, but not the retail people. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean.
I understand. Yeah. Do you happen to have a favorite adventure you could tell us a little bit about? Like maybe a
adventure? Well, I think this was pretty nice. This is a long time ago with that shot, but it was one of my first times when I filmed with the humpback whales. And that's the IMAX camera. That's a really big camera, but that was in the really early days. I've been filming underwater since 1959, 50, 60 years. And so I've been there, done that. So.
What got you started in doing underwater videography?
I was diving, free diving, and just learning to be a sort of a new scuba diver. And people would say, well, what do you see? Well, the only way I could tell them what I saw was to take pictures. So I started taking photographs, and I did some early things with National Geographic and did all that kind of stuff, and then I gradually worked into the movie business and doing films, that's how it just sort of came along.
Awesome.
I had a lot of breaks. One of my first breaks, I was in the early '60s. I was going on a diving trip, and there was a whale caught in a net. And we released the whale, and I sat on the whale, and they took pictures of this. This was in the days when you could do something like that, and it wouldn't be bad. I mean, it's just exciting. And from that, I met people at Geographic. I did some Geographic stories, and it just started to grow. And but I think one of the first important things was that time I sat on the whale.
Oh, that's amazing. What are some of the films that you've done?
Well, my favorite film, one of the first ones that had a lot of underwater was called The Deep. And but I think my favorite film was For Your Eyes Only, a James Bond film, because that took a long time, and I had a really important part of that. But I've done all kinds of documentaries all over the place.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.